Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are listening to the Midmorning Talk on Salam Media with me, Maryam Mkwanda. We've had a little bit of a late start to the show because of a very important press briefing earlier on. We are live at the IEC Results Operational Centre in the city of Tshwane, and while we were taking the press briefing, we noted the results, the current results and the stats and where it stands. But before we get to the results a little later on, let us continue. With me, I have Yusuf Patel and Abu Karolia from the Movement for a United South Africa. They have released a statement or letter to the president of the country calling for a new era of hope. The Movement for United South Africa, or MUSA, wrote a letter to the president in the context of local government elections, where they hope that a new era of local governance can be ushered in as a critical part of the renewal process of our country, where solutions in relation to the following three interrelated areas are paramount. I'm going to hand over to them to tell us what these three areas of interest are, but let me introduce them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Yusuf Patel and Abu Karolia.
Walaikum
Walaikum salam.
salam, Maryam,
Thank you
to
for
the
having
listeners
us.
of Salam Media and to the country as well.
All right, shukran for joining me. Let me start first with Yusuf Patel. What are the three areas of interest that were highlighted in the statement that you wrote to the president?
Shukran. You know, we believe it's important that that we had written this letter to the president. I think the president, as you know, the leader of government, and also that role is an important role to play in terms of bringing, society together. We are quite a fractured society as things are, and I think it's critical that we have a cohesive state, a government that is for all of the people, and the president is leading that process. We believe would be able to really unite the country in terms of moving out from all of our problems and challenges, and really moving towards this new hope and renewal. But what that will require is, we believe three things are absolutely critical. We have to look at the restoration of values in society. We have to look at what does it mean to be human, live with human solidarity with fellow citizens. What does it mean to be a constitutional citizen? So those values need to be revived across society, within government, within civil society, within business, etc. And I think that's one of the critical things. We're calling on the president to show leadership. The second aspect is around the need for new economic paradigms and models. Clearly, the current economic system is not inclusive. It is creating a whole range of challenges. The wealth of the country is concentrated in a few hands. And the systems, the economic system is not working, but the economic system goes together with governance. Good governance and building an inclusive economy go together. So we believe that area we need new models in respect of that. And then the third aspect is, which is also very closely linked to the local governance, is we need an urban planning and development program that is well coordinated across all three spheres of government, because we want to move beyond the issue of just basic services. What we're trying to do with regard to basic service delivery, ultimately we want to make sure that all our communities are living within functional and sustainable neighborhoods, where we have all of the different amenities, social amenities. There's vibrant economic development at a local level. There's cohesive societies, etc., built, and a lot of that has to do with proper urban planning, land development, and land use management, and involving society in those processes. Thanks.
According to your statement, the current economic framework must be dismantled so that macroeconomic policy and economic growth and development strategy of the country is directed at emancipation and upliftment. Can Abu Karolia please explain and how can the financial systems be more inclusive?
Well, what we are talking about is this, that we need a shared economic perspective. Look, we must remember there's lots of positions where a lot of our resources are in from the old paradigm of apartheid. And, a lot of the business models that have actually been in place have been very much relating to capitalism. And we find that those kind of relativeness has to be focused in such a way that our government needs to interact with business in such a way where we actually have a shared economic value system in such a way where actually the business people involved will not only deal with capitalist ideas of making money, but they will also be dealing with socioeconomic justice models that can help uplift our people as well. So this way it deals with partnerships in such a way that the government gets involved with them in such a standard that actually will make sure that whether it's legislated or whether they are working in the sense of how we can work, that particular resources then can be utilized for the country as a whole and not just for a particular group of people as such.
Ordinary South Africans, people who are, in this situation, what can we do to ensure that your dreams and hopes are achieved and are realized?
Well, I think importantly, what is important that when we letter to the president. In fact, I'm quite surprised the Salah media was able to deal with their resources and able to get that letter, which is very interesting in the way the media also operates. It shows that this particular letter, in a way, is actually speaking not only to the president, it's actually speaking to South Africa as a whole. So in that sense of the word, when we're looking at the focus of those three-tier focuses, we're actually looking at this principle of the focus of on a basis, on a foundation of having a transformative conscious movement, which is moral and ethical, which embraces the entire country as such, where we don't only look at government as taking the lead, where all citizens in terms of reviving civil society as such, where they start to become aware of what is then required of them in terms of becoming party to this transformative conscious movement. So that particular human potential is then realized in terms of excellence, in terms of high levels of holding all leadership accountable and holding a position that we as South African citizens also are involved collectively as South African consciousness. So that becomes a transformative consciousness that the entire country then becomes involved in this moral reset of what Musa is aiming to achieve and do.
All right, we're going to leave it there for now, and we will catch up with you hopefully once there is a response from the president. But for now, shukran for your time and have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum. Right, that was Yusuf Patel and Abu Karolia from Musa, the Movement for a United South Africa, giving us feedback about the letter that they have written to the president of the country, calling for a new era of hope. Please stay with us. We will be right back after the break. All right, what happened?
Opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 Rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
From the townships of South Africa, the refugee camps in Syria, or orphanages in Yemen, the eyes of the needy speak volumes with just one glare. We know what it's like to be at ground zero, with food essentials, clothing and blankets, fresh water portal trucks, and even on-site navigators. We use every cent to better their tomorrow. Become part of our journey to bring relief to all. Go to www.ashrafulaid.org or call us on 011-809-8181. Ashraful Aid, under the auspices of Maulana Suhail Wadi.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewellery? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewellery needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
On the 1st of November 2021, Mzansi heads to the polls.
Stay tuned and in touch as Salam Media brings you the latest news and insights on your local government elections, live from various voting stations.
Be sure to exercise your right and vote wisely, because your vote makes a difference.
Remember, your vote is your voice.
This is Salam Media. Salam Media, a global voice for humanity.
He stepped inside his home, he was overwhelmed with fear. An angel came with words from God, things were still unclear. Saying, read, read, but he could not read. Amazing words that he heard. A trembling deep inside his heart, confused by what had occurred. There was only one who could comfort him, to help him see the light, to ease his fears, to reassure, was Khadija, his wife. He said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side. She was a woman of nobility, successful in all her trade. Many wealthy men had asked for her, she turned them all away. But when she saw Muhammad, a shining moon, may peace be on his soul, he was a light for her, so right for her, her life will now be whole. But she had never seen him so distressed as he was there that day. She would comfort him and hold him tight and chase his doubts away when he said, Zamiluni, Zamiluni, Dafiruni, Dafiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side. We look for stories of love in places dark and cold, where we have a guiding light for the whole world to behold. We're so selfish in our ways to the ones we hold so close. Our own pleasure and happiness is what we value most. But she sacrificed all her wealth and everything she had, and he honored her and gave her faith when the times were bad, when times were bad. Now years have passed, times had changed since Khadija breathed her last, and the message of the one true God was spreading far and vast. But then he came across some jewelry that Khadija had once worn. His eyes began to swell with tears, his heart began to moan. 'Cause she was there for him when the times were rough and his enemies were cruel. She was the first believer, so keen and eager to comfort our Rasul when he said, Zamiluni, Zamiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side. Rasulullah, Habiballah, Shafi'allah, Nabi'allah. He said, Zamiluni, Zamiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side.
DoosieMed Medicine Depot, Retail Pharmacy and Emergency Medical Depot. Conveniently situated in the DoosieMed Medical Centre, Corner Burger and Bosser Street, Pietermaritzburg. We provide safe, affordable and convenient medical facilities. Open till 10 p.m. every day of the year. We have a full-house clinic that operates from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is run by a qualified sister. The clinic offers immunization, vaccination, wellness, general consultation, and more. Call DoosieMed Medicine Depot on 033 3421 DoosieMed Medicine Depot, your pharmacy of choice.
Every 60 seconds, a silent pandemic claims the life of a child. Unsafe water is having a devastating global impact on health and livelihoods. Islamic Relief is at the forefront, providing clean and safe water to vulnerable communities around the world. Our tailored approach to sustainable water solutions enable families not just to survive, but to thrive, ensuring they stay healthy and safe. Give water, give life with Islamic Relief.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight, it's stir fry for dinner, cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart. and is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation eating plan.
Dinner's ready!
Helios, pure sunflower cooking oil. A healthy family is a happy one.
For a long time, we've lived in a centralized world, where institutions held the all-important data and confirmed all transactions. Those times are over. Welcome to Libertas Group, a blockchain development company boasting an ecosystem that continually redefines the way we do business. Our blockchain is decentralized, making it immune to hacking or alteration, putting the power back in your hands with no middleman so you can focus on the growth of your business. Libertas, the simplest investment choice you'll make.
Reliable access to clean water could save thousands of lives each day. With proper sanitation and easy access to fresh, clean water, communities can flourish. Our Thirst Relief Appeal provides clean water to communities in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East by building deep wells and providing sustainable water and hygiene solutions. A monthly donation of as little as 700 Rand could build a well for a community in need. That's only 23 Rand a day. Donate today, www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 11 00 573. Penny Appeal, small change, big difference.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
All right, we are coming to you live from the IEC Results Operational Centre, or ROC, in Tshwane, Pretoria, and we do apologize for all the hiccups and everything that's happening. It is a busy time right now, especially since the results are coming out, and we've been notified that Al Jama won Ward 9 in Lenasia, and we have the councillor Imran Musa on the line. Let's catch up with him and find out what does this mean for Al Jama. Assalamu alaikum, Imran Musa, shukran for joining us at this moment. Assalamu alaikum. Do we have Imran Musa on the line? Yes, I can hear you now. All right, so what does this mean for Ward 9 and for Al Jama, especially being a predominantly small party with a small Muslim percentage as well?
It's quite obvious that we have created an impact, and it means a lot to Al Jama in terms of making a mark in the history of South Africa. It's the first time since last year that we have a ward council won by Al Jama. So yes, as the years go, inshallah, we're hoping to get much more wards, and I'm sure we will make a big difference in South Africa as well.
All right, and what's your message to all those who voted for Al Jama and for you in particular?
Yes, I must thank the residents for placing their trust and confidence in me, particularly. And, I hope that the Almighty can give me the strength and courage to continue serving and accept from me, for the sacrifice and benefit of mankind at large, especially in the community of Lenasia.
Mm-hmm. All right, and lastly, where to from here for Ward 9 for you and Al Jama?
Look, I will be continuing to serve as I was serving in the last couple of months since I took office in November. And whatever the demands for the community is, we shall try and help and assist as best as we can, possibly.
All right, so congratulations to you and to Al Jama for winning Ward 9. And inshallah, we'll catch up once again and hold you accountable. As long you better make sure that you serve the community as you've promised. But for now, take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan.
Imran Musa, councillor for Ward 9 Indonesia, and for Al Jama. They have won that ward, and as you heard, he will continue doing the good work, serving the community, serving the people of Ward 9. And if you don't think so, you can hold him accountable for anything that he has said. But you know what? It's not just up to a ward councillor. It is up to the community members, the ward, everyone involved in there to do their bit to benefit the community. We will take a break and we will be right back. Stay with us.
Daily Sadaqah program. Donate as little as R1 a day for a month for each member of your family, up to any specified amount, and receive monthly feedback on where your contributions have made a difference. Visit alimdad.com and download your Daily Sadaqah debit order form or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
Alhamdulillah, we are finally free of riba. It smells lovely.
Yeah, with Yakina, I managed to stop all the riba, Hajo. This insurance price is going up again.
Oh, we are not free of riba, Babu. You need to stop the insurance.
We have to have insurance, Hajo. You know how bad it is with all the crime and the accidents.
Have a little yakin now, Babu.
Yeah, man, I do have a little yakin. But I wish there was a way to leave all these riba insurance companies, man. It's my riba.
Babu, I can't handle this. The stench. It stinks.
Is that my underarms?
No, the riba stinks. Please find a way to stop this riba insurance, Babu.
Leaving riba insurance is easier than you think. Call Amana IFS for all your personal and commercial takaful needs. 0861 786 393. Amana, leave riba for good. Amana IFS is a registered financial services provider.
Africa. As the crisis in Palestine continues, the Africa Muslims Agency teams are on the ground facilitating emergency food and medical assistance to the affected families. Donate 15,000 rand or any amount and help the people of Palestine. Call AMA now on 083-251-9376 or donate online at africamuslimsagency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, inspiring the spirit of giving.
On the 1st of November 2021, Mzansi heads to the polls.
Stay tuned and in touch as Salam Media brings you the latest news and insights on your local government elections, live from various voting stations.
Be sure to exercise your right and vote wisely, because your vote makes a difference.
Remember, your vote is your voice.
This is Salam Media.
I want to testify that we have one God and His name is Allah. He's the only one, the merciful. I want to testify that our final messenger is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I want to testify that we have 5 pillars in Islam. They make up and shape what a Muslim is. Number one, Shahada, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, to testify. Number two, Salah, praying 5 times a day, thanking our Lord for every blessing we have. Number three, Ramadan, fasting 1 month of the year, cleansing ourselves in the month of the Quran. Number four, Zakat, charity for the needy, 2.5% of our yearly wealth. Number five, pilgrimage to the house of Allah, Mecca and Medina, we call it home. I wanna testify that we have one God and His name is Allah. He's the only one, the merciful. I wanna testify that our final messenger is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I wanna testify that we have 6 tenets of Islam, shaping our faith and our creed. Number one, Tawheed, that is Allah's oneness. Allah has no partners, He's the only one. Number two, Malaika, belief in Allah's angels, Gabriel, Michael, Israfil, and them more. Number three is the scriptures, the books that have not been changed, the Torah and the Gospel and the Noble Quran. Number four is the messengers, like Noah, Abraham, Moses, David, Jesus, and Muhammad. Number five, that day, the day of reckoning, when our actions will be judged by the King. Number six, destiny, divine decree of the good and bad. Everything we go through happens for a reason. I wanna testify that we have one God and His name is Allah. He's the only one, the merciful. I wanna testify that our final messenger is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I wanna testify that we get our guidance from the Quran and the ways of the Prophet Sunnah. I testify.
On the 1st of November 2021, Mzansi heads to the polls.
Stay tuned and in touch as Salam Media brings you the latest news and insights on your local government elections, live from various voting stations.
Be sure to exercise your right and vote wisely, because your vote makes a difference.
Remember, your vote is your voice.
This is Salam Media.
الصبح بدا 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 من طلعته والليل دجى من وفرته فأقر السلا فضلا وعلا أهدى السبلا بدلالته فأقر السلا فضلا وعلا أهدى السبلا بدلالته الله 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 Allah, 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 Allah. كنز الكرم مولى النعم هادي الأمم بشريعته كنز الكرم مولى النعم هادي الأمم بشريعته الله 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 أزكى النسب على الحسب كل العرب في خدمته شعت الشجر نطق الحجر شق القمر بإشارته شعت الشجر نطق الحجر شق القمر بإشارته الله 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 جبريل أتى ليلة الإسراء والرب دعاه لحضرته نال الشرف والله عفا عما سلفا من أمته فمحمدنا هو سيدنا والعز لنا لإجابته الله 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 الله
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
He was a young orphan boy, and he had a meadow that was left to him, and he wanted to build a wall around his meadow. And so he comes upon an area where there's a palm tree that belongs to his neighbor. So in order to build around that palm tree, his complains to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam brings the man and the boy together. And he told give the palm tree to your brother. And so the man refused. And perhaps that the man was angered that this young boy would complain to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because of his palm tree. So he was angered enough to refuse to give.
I'm very happy and comfortable for the DA to go into the opposition benches. There'll be an excellent opposition there, just like we are in Parliament.
Sorry, just one more and then to be heard. Do you think you've done a good enough job in 2019 not following from the revenues?
I think we've done as good a job as we could under the circumstances. It's very difficult to run a minority government. It's very difficult to run a council when you're living literally from council meeting to council meeting. It's very difficult to put a 5-year plan on the table to do it when you've got that minority government running and a provincial government who spent the last 5 years harassing the DA administration there, placing it under administration, forcing us to go to court to get their illegal grab of the municipality ruled unlawful and unconstitutional. And I think it set our program back there quite significantly. Had we had a free hand there, and had the provincial government allowed us to do the job that we were elected to do, I think that we could have done a lot more. And that's why we've made the pitch to the residents of Tshwane that we would like to have a bigger majority so that we don't have to live from council meeting to council meeting, and that we can have an uninterrupted term of government without the provincial government trying to undermine the municipality at every single opportunity. So, given the circumstances, I think we have done well there. Is it where we'd like to have been? Absolutely not. We never accept what we've done as good enough. We want to always do more. And that's certainly what our plan is for Tshwane if we return with a majority in this next election.
Maureen?
So you were part of it, you're taking very careful note. Did they make a vote to tally how many voters were discouraged from voting, either through broken systems, or the rain, or the weather, or long queues?
We're busy in the process of collating that information, but we identified 151 voting stations across the country yesterday where there were significant problems with the voter management device, and where people were being turned back in significant numbers, giving up on the fact that they weren't prepared to wait in the wind, the rain, the cold, or the baking heat in those queues anymore. Those people have been horribly disenfranchised. We're busy running the numbers to hopefully come up to a quantum of just how much the IEC's inefficiencies and mistakes yesterday cost us in terms of votes. Obviously, would use that as a basis for any potential complaints. But again, to record my sincere disappointment with the complete failure of the IEC to be able to, in many parts of the country, run an efficient, effective election yesterday. You've got one job. You've got 5 years to prepare for that one job. And we ended up with these problems yesterday. And that's why I've been on the record saying that I think they do need to come before Parliament and explain to us exactly what went wrong, why it went wrong, and what they're going to do about preparing the situation so that we don't have these glitches taking place. They were warned about the voter management devices. We saw right from the very first morning of special votes that they couldn't cope with those small numbers, and that they were going to be unlikely to cope with those big numbers. I mean, we had a very low turnout. Can you imagine what would have happened if there was a big turnout on the day? Those stations would have been completely ground to a halt as those machines failed one by one.
So are you saying essentially, John, that this hasn't been a free and fair election?
That's not what I'm saying at all, and I appreciate if people didn't put words in my mouth. I'm saying I've got concerns about the conduct of the IEC in this particular election. I've had concerns during the year about their conduct heading into this election, and I think it's time that they are forced to account for what they do and where their errors of judgment have been made and where there have been systemic failures.
Sorry, just one or two.
With respect, ma'am, you're asking to give a diagnosis on me before we've even seen the doctor. We'll worry about that once we know what the results of the reports are. Which one?
He was one who was standing in the dark.
Well, I think it was very indicative of exactly where we find ourselves as a country. We stand in a country where we've got low stage 4 load shedding. The country's in the dark because it's got a government that cannot get the basics right. I think it was absolutely spot on the money. And that if you want the lights switched on, you want the sun to shine, you better vote for the DA so we get things done.
So it wasn't a Halloween video?
No, it wasn't a Halloween video, but if you want to see the Halloween videos, I suggest you go onto another party's website and lots of them.
I'm going to wrap up. Let's see, and then one more, and then we're wrapping up there. John, I'm listening to your source question. I think it is a fair question. And the expectation will have
It's a
it's fair to ask whether this is an implication.
With respect, Ezekiel, you wrote me off yesterday already in the Mailing Guardian, so I don't know why you're asking me this question. We will wait till the results come in, and we will make a call upon that. The benchmark is not the 2016 one. The benchmark is the last election. We got 20.7% of the vote in the last election. We're happy with growth, consolidation, and progress from the DA from that particular election. Came back from a very tough election where a leader walked off the job. There's very few parties in the world that survived it. I'm going to be very pleased with the growth and momentum in this particular Well, it's mainly about electrification and housing development and delivery. There are parts of the municipality there where we need to finish the job in terms of rolling out infrastructure, and then of course improving the infrastructure in the town. There's a huge tourism attraction of that area. There's lots of work that needs to be done, particularly as we start in the post-COVID recovery, to bring tourists into South Africa to ensure that they spend their money here. We want to make it one of the premier tourist destinations in South Africa and a must visit on any international visitors agenda, because with tourism comes jobs, and that's a big priority in DA-run municipalities. Wherever we govern, the top priority is going to be jobs. How you use infrastructure and make sure you're having proper basic services as the bedrock upon which job creation and economic development can happen. We saw yesterday the disastrous consequences when service delivery failed. Another company in the Northwest Province, a poultry company, leaving because of poor service delivery. They're taking 2,000 jobs with them. That's on top of the 3,000 that Clover withdrew. Service delivery and poor service delivery has a consequence. And that's why you need a government that's going to get things done, to make sure that the taps run, electricity works, to make sure that we are able to provide that basic platform upon which a municipality can grow.
Right, we just have one last question from Dan, and then that's that, and we will have hopefully another briefing a little bit later.
Yeah, just a question. Yesterday I spoke to someone and he said that he noticed that there was a trend in where the ballots were not being issued in their form, so where there was shortage of ballots, and also where there were issues with the smart devices. He said there would be some engagement with the IEC on that. Has the IEC given the DA any response on what he identified as a trend, number one? And then also, beyond having conversations with the IEC, what is your party going to do to deal with this?
Well, we've obviously got the party liaison committee that's working and meeting, and we've got representatives on that. These concerns were brought to their attention yesterday, and the process will be processed. I think there were some objections that were laid as well, and those in the process are being dealt with at the PLC. Obviously, we'll have to see what the response is from the IEC before we decide what the next step is to take.
Thank you so much, Craig.
لا تسألوني ارحموني من تكرار السؤال، تلك سنين مرت مني. نعيب زمننا وما في العيب سوانا، ونهجو الزمان لغير ذنب، ولو نطق الزمان لنا هجانا. ربي أنت القريب على محالي من بعيد، يا ربي بطشهم شديد آذوني. ربي أنت القريب على محالي من بعيد، يا ربي بطشهم شديد آذوني. Allah, you know what I need when I'm praying down on my knees. I'm begging you, Allah, please take me to heaven. Please. No love, no friend, no one to lean on. You would have found me there alone. You're my only strength I lean on. Lost, now I'm found. The freedom we live for. I'm so thankful to be here now. My only fear is to lose control. ربي أنت القريب.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media. rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Right, we are live at the IEC ROC in Pretoria in Tshwane, and we've just heard the statement and the sentiments shared by the leader of the Democratic Alliance, John Steenhuisen, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot more of these little briefings here and there by the political parties. And the IEC released a statement earlier on that the Electoral Commission reports that as at 10:30 this morning, 27% of the 64,502 results expected had been finalized. This status is in line with expected result capturing process. It is estimated that 90% of results would be finalized by evening, so we will know later on whether the results will be released tomorrow or the results will be released on a Thursday. But from this year, we can tell that it's going to be a very close one. You've just heard also earlier that Al Jamaa won Ward 9 in Lenasia, and a lot more winnings are coming up. And I wish I could show you the screen right now, but I can't. But the ANC is still in the lead at the moment as it stands, and we are going to be taking a look at other results as they come up. And you can also share with us your comments, like what do you think the results are looking like at the moment? I know it has been these elections has been one that had very little concern, very little interest from the public, with not many people going out to vote. And the IEC also released a statement earlier on mentioning some of the reasons for the poor voter turnout, the issues that went wrong and how these issues can be corrected. But unfortunately, those voters that were turned away cannot go back and vote. They cannot go and get special votings because of the situation that happened. So it is, as they say, it is what it is. When the voting's closed, then the gates are closed. It's time to count the votes and ensure that they are free and fair for all. You can share with us your experience of voting if you went out to vote yesterday. And if you didn't, that's also okay. But we do have just 4 minutes left. And 4 minutes left for any comments, questions, queries, or suggestions while we are here at the ROC, the Results Operational Centre in the city of Tshwane. It's very busy at the moment, and our team is on the ground trying to get us some feed, some information of what is happening. So do stay with us. We'll be bringing you some more information as it happens right here on Salam Media. But for now, let me go and check out what is happening down there as well. And who knows, we might just bump into someone, into the president that is, and take it from there. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah, you know what